Hello, my little artists. Now that we have listened to Spookley the Square Pumpkin, we are going to make a pumpkin patch with square pumpkins. But this picture is going to be a little bit different. We're going to make this one a watercolor. Okay, and watercolor is a type of painting where the colors are a little bit watered down. They're not as thick as when you use just real regular paint. This one, we're going to be making it watercolor, but we're not going to be making it with paint at all. So what we're going to do is I'm going to slide this over to the side, and I'm going to get my picture out. And I got a blank sheet of paper, just like you have a blank sheet of paper. And we are going to draw this together. So the first thing we need is an orange marker. So get your orange marker out. And we are going to draw a big square in the middle of our page. So watch, I'm going to show you how to draw a square. I'm going to start with a vertical line. And then I'm going to draw a horizontal line over. So it looks like a giant letter L right now, right? Making a giant letter L. Then from the end of my L, I'm going to draw a straight line up. So now it looks like a squared off U. And then to finish my square, I draw a vertical line at the top. And now I've got a big square. Is my square really big? It's really big. It's about the size of my hand, isn't it? Really, really big, because I don't want to make a little itty bitty square. I want it nice and big. So draw your square, and then we're going to add a couple more. So go ahead and finish your square. I'm going to give you a second to finish your square. Okay, now in the middle of our square, we are going to add some lines because that's going to help us get some color in our picture. So I don't want to draw with the very tip of my marker. I want to use that bottom edge. So I want to lay my marker. I don't want it going straight up and down. I want to lay kind of on its side and draw a line down. See how thick that line is? And I'm going to make some lines going across. I think I'm going to be able to fit 4. You fit as many as you want. I'm going to draw some vertical lines going straight up and down right there in the middle. And remember, you want to use the side of your marker, not the tip, because that tip is going to make a really skinny line, and I want a big, thick line. Okay, now I'm going to add 2 more little squares on either side. So again, I'm going to start with a vertical line, like a number 1. Draw a horizontal line across the bottom to make it look like the letter L. Draw a line straight up from the end of my L, and now it kind of looks like a U. And then a straight horizontal line at the top to make a square. And then I'm going to add some thick lines. Remember, use the edge of your marker, not the tip, the edge. And draw a couple lines in the middle. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to draw a vertical line down, like a number 1. A horizontal line across, like the letter L. A vertical line going up, like a U. And then a horizontal line across the top to make it a square. And then I'm going to add my thick lines in the middle. Thick lines in the middle. And now I've got 3 square pumpkins like Spookley. So when I'm done, I can snap that cap and put my orange marker up, and I'm going to give you guys a few more seconds to finish your squares. So if you're already finished, just sit tight, and we're going to give everyone else just a couple more seconds to finish their squares. And then we're going to go back and add the green vines that are coming up out of the top of them. Okay, now I'm going to get my green marker. Now, when I'm drawing these lines, I don't want them to touch the orange. So I'm going to start a little bit above, and I'm going to make a curly-Q line. Okay, so watch. I'm going to curve, and then I'm going to make a circle and curve up. So I curved, and then I made a circle, and then I curved up. Does yours have to look exactly like mine? Nope, doesn't have to look exactly like mine. You can make your curly Q's however you want. But I'm going to start above my orange, curve like a rainbow, make a circle, and then continue my curve. Kind of looks like a number 6 right there. Do you see the number 6? Kind of like a number 6 with an extra little curve on it. Then I've got one more. Remember, start above the orange, curve like a rainbow, make a circle, and then keep curving. And that makes a curly Q. If you want to make your own, you go right ahead. This is your masterpiece. I'm just showing you one way to do it. Okay. So once I've got my green vines done, I'm going to go ahead and stop and put away my green marker. Make sure you snap that cap. And then we're ready for the magic. So everybody get finished, and then I'm going to show you how to use our water and our paintbrush. So everyone, finish up your square pumpkins with your green vines, and then I'm going to show you some things about our paintbrush and water. Okay, now, my paintbrush. Do I want to squish my paintbrush down like this and make him like all squishy? No. I just want to swish. Swish, 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 swish. I swish him around. Now, when I first take him out of the water, there's a lot of water on that paintbrush. So I want to tap him a few times against the edge of the cup. And that's going to get some of the water off. So we swish, and then we tap a couple times. Okay? Now, put your paintbrushes back in your water if you were practicing your swish, and I want you to watch. Okay? I got a little bit of water on my brush, and I'm going to start down here with this. Now, watch what happens when I add some water to my square pumpkin. See how my pumpkin is getting colored in, and it looks like watercolor, but oh, I'm running a little out of water. So I need to take my paintbrush, and I need to swish and tap, and then I can start painting again. Now, when I'm painting with my paintbrush, am I squishing it down? Or am I just lightly dragging it over the paper? I'm just lightly dragging it over the paper and basically just coloring in my pumpkin. Now, I've got orange on this right now. Do I want to put that on my green yet? Nope, I don't want to mix my colors. So I'm going to go back and swish and tap. And then I'm going to add some water to my green. And I'm going to follow the curve of my line and just add a little bit of water to it. Just add a little bit. And that's going to make my curly Q nice and pretty. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and start painting in your pumpkins and your curly Qs. Okay, but remember, we swish, and we tap. And then we're going to go and lightly drag our brush up and down. See how I'm just doing up and down? Taking my water, and basically I'm just smearing the marker. I'm just smearing the marker, and it's just making my pumpkin all nice and orange. But I'm not squishing my brush down like this. I'm not making my brush do this, because that's not how we treat our brushes, because that makes our brushes nasty. So we want to just lightly go up and down. Lightly go up and down with a little bit of water. And color in these pumpkins. And we got to remember, when we're getting ready to go from orange to green, we have to rinse our brush out. We got to swish and tap. Swish and tap. And then we'll do my green. Now this is also something you guys can do at home, even if you don't have a paintbrush. If you have like a Q-tip, you can do this with a Q-tip and some markers. As long as you got some markers, Q-tip, you can do watercolor paintings like this at home. It's really easy. You just have to draw what you want with your marker, and then just take your Q-tip and get it wet, and you can do the same thing that we're doing here with a paintbrush. It's really easy, and it makes a really pretty picture when it's done. So I think this one's actually going to turn out prettier than the example I did. And then I've got one more curly Q to do. Okay, and once I'm done, I put my paintbrush back in my water. I swish it around one more time to get any color out of it, and then I'm just going to leave it there, and we can clean that up here in a second. So now my picture is finished. So I'm going to leave mine up here so you guys can see, and you guys take your time and finish painting in your square pumpkin patch. And I hope you guys had fun. And until next time.